See, guys, I've realized that a whole lot of time, the challenges that we face in our lives when we talk about financial freedom and self-development are not usually those big causes that people tend to look at, like my village people are after me, blah, blah, blah. But rather, they are those self-sabotaging behaviors that we usually tend to overlook, behaviors like ego. People, you see, ego is actually really an enemy of progress. I mean, I will not sit here and say that I don't have a form of ego in me. Everybody does. But our ability to always put our ego in check is very, very important. I've seen a lot of people who flare up, people who get offended because of just a simple feedback. Yo, this thing that you did could have been better. Why not do it this way? This thing that you said could have been better. Why not say it this way? People get offended because of you trying to correct them. That's ego there. And those same people are people who are crying out for financial freedom. Think about it. How can you be financially free when you are not ready to learn, when you are not ready to be corrected? This is the way I think about it. Financial freedom comes from our ability to be able to solve problems, right? Now listen, solving problems means you need to master a skill that is required to solve that problem, right? Mastering the skill doesn't happen overnight. You start from a certain level, usually from the bottom. You start, you learn, you solve a problem, you get a little reward, money. You solve a problem, you get a little reward, you go to the next level. You solve a bigger problem, you get a bigger reward. And that's how you grow to mastery. So the goal here is mastery. Mastery, that's the goal here. When you're able to master a skill, you are able to command a lot of value, which is in exchange a lot of money. But people don't understand that getting to mastery, if you don't put your ego in check, you will remain average. And no wonder a lot of people always stay at average, because they don't have that discipline to be able to take correction. They don't have that discipline to be able to learn what is needed to break free from that average position to the mastery position, because people will correct you. People will correct you from where you work. People will correct you from people you have in your cycle. People will correct you from the community that you keep. So how will you grow if you cannot take correction? How will you grow if you cannot sit down and be honest enough to self-criticize yourself, to say that, no, this thing I'm doing will not get me anywhere. This level that I am will not get me the financial freedom that I need. You see what I'm talking about? Because of ego. I'm talking from experience, because I've seen it happen a lot of time. I've seen young people do the same thing. And those same people are people who are fighting for financial freedom. But people don't realize that these things don't just happen overnight. If you want to be financially free, then you need to learn how to solve problems. And if you want to solve a problem, you need to learn a skill. And you cannot be good at a skill if you are egoistic. So my advice to you, my friend, you listening to me right now, if your goal is to be financially free, if your goal is to self-empower yourself, then you need to erase every form of ego from you. When people correct you, even if their correction is wrong, take it and assess it. When people tell you, do this better, take it and do it. Don't just show attitude. Who are you for correcting me? Blah, blah, blah. It won't get you anywhere. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I will see you in the next one. Take care.